Hey guys, and how are you doing? It is Jaff Master Flash. It is a wonderful Wednesday, and this is Formula 1 2019. We are back round 13 at my favourite F1 circuit. Qualifying 3 is done, the results are on screen, and I beat Hamilton by 1/10. As you can see, there is a huge gap to our next competitor, which it is just turned out to be a race between myself and Hamilton. Luckily though, the race for me was overcast but with forecast rain at a 45-minute interval. Luckily though, the races are only for 25%, which means I'm hoping I'll miss the rain. But wow, what can we say about Spa? Spa is one of those circuits that could be sunny in one area of the track and absolutely raining, tipping it down in another part of the track. Very, very sad and unfortunate this year with Hubert's accident, promising Formula 2 driver. Real sad times, really sad, as no sportsman or woman inevitably loses their life for doing what they love, especially when they're very talented at it. But yeah, it's turned out to be a race between myself and Hamilton, and that is because the car is so heavily upgraded. I've decided to save or conserve points for the others to catch up, because there is a huge gulf between us and Ferrari. Ferrari just don't seem to be upgrading their car. They just plateaued out, and it's us massively high, and then Ferrari, then Red Bull. But today I'm racing Verstappen and Hamilton, and that's only because it was raining and lights are out. Had an absolutely awesome start, 13 races in, and that was my best start. Again, as I said in the Hungary video, Hamilton on a different strategy to me. He qualified in Q2 on the mediums, so he starts on the mediums for this race, but I don't know if he had lack of traction, but he got overtaken by Verstappen, Butler and Vettel. Obviously the medium tyres are not as good as the soft, but I just took off, and that was it really. It was one of those races that everything went perfectly until about midway through. All I can tell you is that penalties are coming my way. There are numerous parts to make up the 1.6 hybrid engine, and you are only allowed 3 of those parts for 22 races over the season, and you have an option for a 4th. So with all the engine trouble that I'm about to experience, it means that there are going to be some severe penalties coming my way. Bearing in mind we've got the track next, which is Monza, and then we have Singapore. And do I take the hit in Monza and get all brand new engine parts, or do I leave what I've got and try and run the car into the ground and run the risk of breaking down? I just don't know what to do yet. But guys, I really hope you are well. I really hope you've had a great day, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Peace.
Okay, here's who we're really fighting today: Vettel and Hamilton. accumulating some wear on the MG UK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode. Radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. We're approaching the pit window, you'll be on the mediums. Is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 4.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 51.7. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Reaching a danger point with the wear on the MGUH. Overheating the engine will exacerbate the issue, so keep the temps under control. You're leading the pack. P1 Butler is behind you. The gap behind us is 6.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Your pit window opens next lap. 8 laps to go. Okay, the boots aren't looking too warm at this point. We should have plenty of life left in them. Let's make sure we keep managing them properly. Position, front of the pack, Butler behind. Okay, the gap behind is 8.1 seconds. They're on old softs. Your pit window opens next lap. 8 laps to go. Pit window open. Let's box this lap. Receive you at the end of this lap. Butler is behind behind you. Our gap behind is 7.6 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 4 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:50.8. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. We're in P4. Weber's just ahead. Push for the position. They're on old softs. Bottas behind. The gap to the car behind is 13.2 seconds. They're on old softs. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 6 laps to go. Lewis is in the pits. The drivers we're fighting here are Verstappen and Hamilton. Stroll behind. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 4 laps remaining. Update for you. Everything's looking nice and tidy on our end. Let us know if you start to feel any issues. You are in first position, front of the pack. Butler behind. The gap behind us is 18.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining. Okay, tyres still looking good, Nick. Let's keep them that way for as long as we can. No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions looking good. Dries seem like the best tyre for now. Turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum. P1 Butler behind. Our gap behind is 18.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. P1. That's Lewis behind. The gap behind us is 20.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. This is your final lap of the race. Fantastic! You've won the Grand Prix.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. Joker increases their championship lead. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Nico Hülkenberg did an excellent job out on the track today. He played aggressively and knew exactly when to capitalise on openings throughout the race.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.